Hi everybody, welcome to G4G here on YouTube. Today we're taking a look at the new skins and other items available in Overwatch for the Overwatch Uprising. So as you can see here, here's the new Mercy, and when I first logged in, of course, I was faced with one of the new Battleborn skins. So basically there's an item going on in the game right now where you are able to go through this PvE mission of going through Uprising, and it is, as they're saying, a original lore-based event rather than it being something on Christmas or Halloween or Chinese New Year and everything like that. This is going to be based around Overwatch's actual own lore. And as you can see here, one of the things is PvE Uprising. An Overwatch strike team is sent to liberate King's Row from the Null Sector. 4 players. Heroes are Reinhardt, Mercy, Tracer, and Battleborn. Victory if you complete all the mission objectives. And then there is a all heroes version of Uprising also. Okay, so taking a look at what we have in terms of skins and everything, I've kind of gone through some of these a little bit, so I'm basically going to be looking at skins, victory poses, and highlight intros. And when we see the icon popping up, I'll show you. Bastion does have one of them. So I'm running Steamboat currently, and I like it a lot. I've earned BlizzCon 2016 and Overgrown for the pre-order. But I like Steambot more. We have a new one called Null Sector, which is, it's okay. I'm glad that it's epic and not legendary, because it's just kind of a purple of his default, although Ganymede changes considerably on this one, and he gets the Null Sector icon. So if we look at Dawn, he has the E54, a B73 during the Omni Crisis. He's got the red light looking pretty evil. And here he has a kind of an orange one, which is not quite as evil, but still looks pretty bad. We see the red slats on the gun. And here it's more just a sight without lights. This is kind of lit up, which is cool. It's, you know, it's okay, but glad it's definitely not considered a legendary. That's not enough. He has some new voice lines, but, I mean, honestly, it's Bastion. What are you going to do? DVa has got something really cool, and it's under her highlight intros. This is one of my favorite items about this current event right here. This selfie victory pose is ridiculously hysterical. I absolutely love it. It fits her. It's a little bit of a shame. It is more, it's more gold than her others, but it is one of the most involved for her, other than eject. I mean, Line Around and Mecha Activated are kind of tame, but Selfie is, I mean, it's perfect. It's long. It's very animated. It's very active. I like it a lot. Genji has a skin called Blackwatch, and to be honest, it's pretty creepy. With the half helmet and everything like that. He doesn't have anything that really comes close, to be honest to it. I mean, you have Sparrow and Young Genji, which is basically completely no helmet. And Blackwatch is really just a creepy combination for him. It's very anime. When I look at that, I feel like I'm looking at something very, very anime. There was an old show on Adult Swim on the weekends with Toonami and everything, Unkaider, and it's been a while since I've seen Unkaider. But when I see this, for some reason, I think of it. I would just have to see stills of it again to see why this reminds me of it. But that's a pretty cool thing for him. And I've got the Heroes. I never play Genji, but I have the Heroes of the Storm skin on him. Hanzo, if I remember correctly, doesn't really have anything, which I thought was a little surprising with Genji having it. And as you can see, that it sort of is Hanzo-ish with the half exposure, half arm when it comes to Genji over there. Junkrat, he doesn't have anything. I was running Toasted for a long time until I got Junkenstein. I almost feel like I want to transfer off of Junkenstein because I use him so much. I think it's time to maybe get a different skin. Lucio does have something, and I believe it is under his emote victory pose is where he's got it. So he's got this handstand. It's okay. I don't think it should be that much more over Ready for Action or the others. I mean, it's cool, but it is a little more active than some of the others, but I don't think it really needs to be that much more over a standard price. McCree has a new skin, and I rarely McCree unless there's a threat that I need to shut down. I use Riverboat, and I also have Vigilante. I have a ton of stuff from McCree and rarely use them. But Blackwatch is his current one, so you can see the stirrups down there. And let's see, if we look at Classic... If we look at Classic McCree and we look down at the stirrups, he has them and they're pretty cool. But the Blackwatch ones actually are active and rotate and have some really cool definition to them. And when I see this skin, even though I don't actually watch or read a lot of the Marvel comics, I'm a fan of a lot of Marvel comic games like Marvel Heroes and the now defunct Marvel Avengers Alliance. This reminds me of X-Force Wolverine. Between the lamb chops on the side and everything, and the beard, and the color, the black and the slate gray, really reminds me of Wolverine's X-Factor outfit, from what I know of it. And the gun is pretty cool, rather than a very classic style 6-shooter, which, you know, his default skin, it's not the most basic of 6-shooters. Now he has like a little laser sight on it, and it looks considerably more modern. And he's got, his flashbangs are a little bit more exposed under Blackwatch, because the cape is more behind, so that's pretty cool. Kind of gives you an idea of actually what the flashbangs are compared to his other skins. Emotes and victory poses, he has this new one called Showdown, and this one I'm actually okay with it being 225 because it's the only one that's active, really. Like, he just kind of stands around and breathes on the others, and Showdown, he actually twiddles his gun hand, which is pretty cool. Nothing new under intros. May, unfortunately, doesn't have anything, but she's, you know, she made out, no pun intended, like a bandit with a lot of the other ones recently. I've been running this lunar skin for her. Mercy, as we could see from the beginning of the video, definitely does have a new skin. Combat Medic Ziggler. It's 3,000, so it's 3 times more than the others. I don't think it's worth it. I have Devil, and I have Imp. I pretty much universally use Devil. I like it way more. I think it's more... I think it's a little bit more involved in this one. I mean, it's a very 1920s aesthetic to it, a World War I aesthetic, which is pretty cool. But not as fond of the hair and don't really like the hat. However, she does look more combat ready in this skin than in any others, because as you can see, when we compare to her other skins, which is just basically her and the outfit and the wings, Combat Medic actually has some pouches. She's got needles in the arms, like Morales almost. She's got a toolkit. So it looks like she legitimately is battle ready. Orisa has, along with DVa Selfie, one of the things that I want the most from this event, and that is this null sector. It is... So when she first came out, I immediately spent some gold, as you can see, 5260. I immediately said, alright, it's time to start spending some of this gold, and I got carbon fiber. And I was like, wow, you know, carbon fiber is pretty cool. I like it better than the rhino beetles and everything like that. And Protector was just a little bit too close to her classic in the colors. So I said, oh, I'm going to go carbon fiber and I'm going to stand out. Now I really want Null Sector because it really puts more intimidation factor onto her. She even has, like, if you look at these as faces, everything looks either angry or unhappy, which is kind of cool. And it reminds me of the mechs a little bit from Front Mission. If you've ever played the Front Mission games on PlayStation, something about this head and these guns, while kind of being reminiscent of Jetfire from the Transformers, I really have flashbacks to Front Mission when I see that. And I think it's also one of the coolest versions of her guns. The carbon fiber and protector guns are pretty cool, but Null Sector also looks really nice. I don't think she has anything else, if I remember correctly. Yeah, she doesn't. So Farah, unfortunately, she doesn't. I run Frostbite. I was running Anubis for a long time. And Security Chief from the pre-order. Sprays, I mean, some of these guys have sprays, but I'm not really going to do that in a video. I thought Reaper would because of the involvement with McCree around this era, but sadly he doesn't. I was kind of surprised at that. Reinhardt does have a new skin, and it is down here. It is called Lieutenant Wilhelm. I don't like it. I'm glad it's epic and not legendary, but I kind of don't agree. It's worth 750 when the others are 250. I just don't like it as much. It makes him look sad. I mean, I know there are some other ones where his face is exposed, like Bundeswehr, but I don't know. I would still like some of the other helmet off ones better than this one. Pretty cool that they're sticking with like the very Overwatch theme for the colors over here. I'm not that fond of that one, unfortunately. No real emotes, no new victory poses, and no highlight intros for him. Roadhog doesn't have anything. I've been using, went from Stitched to Islander. Nothing particularly new over here. And he has no highlight intros either. Soldier 76 is another one that I kind of expected stuff for. And he does actually have a new emote called Push-Ups, which, if you have played Battleborn, Oscar Mike does the exact same emote. And he goes, one-arm push-ups. It almost makes me wonder if Overwatch has taken a little dig at them. Probably not, because Battleborn's just not even on the map anymore, really. So, yeah. Sombra, she doesn't have anything. I happen to get Peppermint. No emotes over there. No victory poses. No highlight intros that are new. Symmetra, she does have some new stuff going on over here. She has this light reading victory pose, which is... It's okay. I mean, kind of bland, but you do have some animation of what she's sitting on. Torbjorn has a lot of new things. He has Chief Engineer Lindholm, and he has Ironclad. So, Chief Engineer Lindholm, kind of like the baseball cap. I feel like this is almost him with less augmentation. So this is maybe like an earlier Torbjorn that, you know, was like less tech and mechanical and everything. I like the gun way better than I like the hook guns and everything. I've been running woodclad when I Torborn, and I really, really like the non-grip hook over here. But ironclad, okay. Ironclad kind of freaks me out. I like it because of the hand in the gun. That's pretty neat. It sort of gives you an idea that this can be taken away from him if he wants to. But his hat and that wife beater make me think, and without the lack of a beard on him, honestly make me think he looks like a really short gym teacher. He looks like a junior high or high school boys PE teacher or something like that. Kind of like a weird mishmash of a shop teacher and a PE coach or something. Not much else going on with him, unfortunately, other than a new highlight intro, which might be really, really kind of get in the van-ish with the new skins. That's pretty cool. I like that. Tracer has a new skin. I think it's pretty cool, except for the hat. I almost feel like she looks more tech than any of her classic uniforms over there. Slipstream looks very non-tech, like even earlier than this Tracer that we have here, Cadet Oxton. But if you take away the hat, I think I would actually like it more than her standards, because it almost looks more tech to me. I like that the flare on the arms is smaller. I just not really a fan of the hat. And what's also cool is she gets an earpiece. Minus the hat, I like this more. Looking at the back in terms of tech, Sporty does look relatively tech. But I kind of digging Cadet Oxton minus the hat. And she doesn't really have anything new either. And it's always the people that I play the least that I have the most stuff for. Widowmaker has a new skin, and I love it. Talon is awesome for her. It makes her look a little more human and a little less cold, but at the same time a little bit more emo, and actually I think kind of sexy. So I feel like it takes a little bit of the Odette and Odil's, and whereas it kind of looks like a masquerade party, and Comtesse and Huntress, which I use, smacks of Dishonored. I always kind of liked Noir, which was the pre-order. I thought Noir was one of the better pre-order skins. But Talon is cool. It sort of humanifies her a little bit. Like maybe this was her before she just decided to go ice cold and kill everybody. Winston gets a new victory pose with peanut butter. Little creepy if you think about it. A little gross. Zarya does have a new victory pose. I never see anybody with mystery gift as an emote for her. I just rarely ever see it. So she has this new victory pose of this is strength, which kind of reminds me of like the back angle of flexing. I do play Zarya a lot. Deadlift, this is strength, so I've been using maximum charge. And Zenyatta also has some stuff. So I really wanted Nutcracker at the time, didn't get it. Girlfriend thinks it's ridiculously creepy. Nothing under victory poses, but highlight intros give this cool one called Perspective, and I definitely think that's worth the $7.50. I like the flip over there, the animation, the balls lighting up. I think that one's pretty cool. So if I had to pick my top 3 things that I would want out of this, It would be Talon, even though I never Widwowmaker. It would be DVa's Selfie highlight intro. And it would be Orisa's turret head skin. And I actually decided to pick up 10 of these, so I'll open about 4 or 5 of them right now and see if I pull anything out. Well, so there's a Symmetra victory pose already. Yeah, I think I'll equip it just because it's new. We maybe get to see some of the sprays, even though I don't care about sprays. Is that implying... Oh, so that's Anna with Farah. I wonder if we'll ever see Anna's husband. Probably Tracer. Sure. Well, no, never mind. I want to put that on the wheel. Is this an everybody spray? Yeah, so it's an all... That's pretty cool. Tracer, yeah, that's the replacement one from Buttgate, I believe. Huh. I think I'll stick with sparklers. Yeah. Oh, it's Selfie! Yes! Absolutely yes! Fucking thrilled. That's... Okay, so in her default skin, that's even more DVa than the one I have. It fits her default look perfectly. But fucking yes, that was one of my top 3. So happy. I'll open one more box, but I'm absolutely thrilled to have that. Oh, we're gonna get something. And it's a duplicate. It's a legendary and it's a duplicate. How sad. Womp womp. Alright, sweet. DVa Selfie. I am thrilled. So that's it, guys. That's what we've got going on here for... is apparently my smartwatch is rebooting, freaking out my computer. That's what we've got for some of the new stuff for Overwatch. The new skins and everything for the Overwatch Uprising. And this will be running for a little while. The end date is somewhere in May, so get those loot boxes and get your stuff. Or, you know, drop some mad in-game cash for it. Take care, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video.